Hey there, it's October 10th, day 9 of Sober October. It's going pretty well. Um, Wednesday was really the only day where I woke up and had like a glimmer of, for a minute, feeling kind of awake. Still feel pretty asleep. Still living in kind of a haze, you know. Like I said, I'm not puffing, I'm not smoking weed, and I'm not drinking. Um, I'm still taking puffs of CBD. Not perfect, but hopefully a significant step. Um, my attitude hasn't been super great, but it hasn't been disastrous. And I guess the other update is this thing on my arm. The localized swelling has gone down, but my arm has kind of swelled up funny. It's hard to see from that angle. But my arm is it's swollen to about right there. So from there to there, it's quite swollen. And up in here, it's been really hot. Today it was less hot. It's warm, like, so it's like this area has a fever, but the rest of me doesn't. I have some ice. Hopefully I won't be too lazy and I'll put some ice on it. And I guess the other thing is yesterday I had a brief took a nap and had a brief lucid dream moment. And I expect as time goes on, more of that, which is what I was avoiding, but it was very brief, it was peaceful. I always feel like I'm moving. Like when I know I'm in a dream and then I wake up. The last one I had was when my bed was over here and I was napping and I was actively trying to have a lucid dream. And this time I wasn't, you know. And this was months ago when I was still drinking and so on. So. And I remember this sensation of like, as I woke up, I felt like I was going backwards. Like I felt like I was kind of sliding on my back backwards. Really felt like I was kind of like flying backwards, like horizontally. But as I woke up, like unconsciously, I was like lifting my arms and legs, and I had this sensation of being like drawn back. This time it was a different direction. I was slowly coming down. And in my dream, when I started to realize I was lucid dreaming, in my dream I started like looking through a wall and I could see what was on the other side. And then I was like, oh, I'm dreaming. So then I started to fall through the floor, kind of like a ghost or whatever. And like I thought I woke up. So then I was like, oh, I'm awake now. And then I looked around and I was like, nope, not awake yet. And I started falling through the floor again. And at that point, I thought I was still in a dream. But as it turns out, I was laying over there with my head this way and my feet this way. And as I opened my eyes, because I had this sensation that I was falling, as I opened my eyes, I thought I was floating. Because I thought that wall was the ground. And I was like, where am I? Like, this place is so tall, you know. But it was just me looking a few feet away, and all these cards on my ceiling, like they looked like fins sticking out of a wall. Anyway, for what it's worth. But I do think that's interesting about the feeling of movement when you're lucid dreaming. And sometimes I wonder about it in other contexts too, of like neutrinos or things that either travel close to the speed of light or are superluminal, particles, waves, whatever. Just something. Like there's always things going through us. There's always these neutrinos going through us. And because we're on a spinning Earth that's spinning around the sun, I guess we could suspect that at different times, say we find ourselves in the midst of some kind of neutrino shower. I'm not sure if such things exist, but if there was a need, if there was a, say the world spins this way, if you have that sensation when you're on this side of the globe, if you're going this way, and if you have that sensation when you're on this side of the globe, then if your body is in the same orientation, you would feel them coming from different directions. So in one sense you'd feel pushed back, in another sense you'd feel pushed forward. Anyway, I think about that sometimes. Like, what like extrasensory senses that we think are extrasensory but aren't. Like, what if we have these inbuilt capacities? I mean, I know we do. I don't know how they work experientially, or I mean a little bit, very little bit, or scientifically, mathematically. Anyway, feeling lethargic, and I miss having such an easy escape. I've been smoking quite a lot of butts. I've been drinking tons of kombucha, herbal tea, and stuff. It's like I'm kind of just trying to keep the same habit, do everything exactly the same, except I'm not getting wasted, I know I'll have to tackle cigarettes and coffee and all that kind of thing, but I also don't want to get too far ahead of myself. And I'm just, really grateful that I'm not drinking today. I know it's taboo to say, but maybe someday on a special occasion or whatever. Or who knows? Maybe when Sober October is over, or maybe something devastating will happen to me, and I just won't be able to get through it. I'll fall off the wagon, as they say. But the hope is to get better, so I'm better at doing my job. Whatever that is. I have inklings, but things change. Things change fast. Or they can, despite all this sameness. Hope you're having a good day.